This is the fifth video, and this video called When It Seems Like You Can't Get the Respect You Think You Deserve from Family Members You Need. Finally got through it, y'all, because I kept trying to go over it and over and over, and I couldn't get it. When I say that it seems like that when it comes to you getting the respect that you think that you deserve from family members that you're not getting is because like it don't necessarily have to mean because you're gay. They don't have nothing to do with it. It don't necessarily mean really nothing. It just and somehow as when you grow older and you grow up into a grown up, it seems like sometimes it could be your aunties, it can be your uncles, it could be your parents, it can even be your grandparents. They don't feel like that you deserve the respect because they still look at you as a little child. When you're not a child anymore, you're a grown man or you're a grown woman. You grown. You know, we're not gonna say you in your 20s. We're gonna say you in round it off, you in your 30s. So I'd be seeing and I'd be thinking to myself, why not do a video like this? I'm sorry, y'all. I just think sometimes you get into it with your family members because they won't give you the respect that you need, or they won't give you. I'm just gonna say give you the respect that you need and the respect that you deserve. Some family members don't like other family members. Like, for instance, say you get married and you marry into a relationship or of a family member. Some family members don't like it. Some family members won't respect it, and some family members don't understand it. Hold on, y'all. Yeah, like I was saying. So sometimes we, as we call ourselves grown ups, sometimes we have to uh sometimes we have to as grown ups take the fact that we're not getting respected. And sometimes we have to, I don't want to say to do the next best thing. I want to say we have to accept what we can get. But I want to say we don't have to accept what we can get. I want to say we could sometimes, I want to say we can sit family members down and say, this is how I feel. And this is what I think that I deserve. I want to say, yes, I do believe that the family doesn't like my partner. But I also would advise you to stand up for your partner, whether it's a he or whether it's a she. Stand up for your partner. Tell them that you see it. I don't care if you don't like my partner or not, but you're gonna respect my partner. So yeah, y'all. Hold on. I'm sorry. I'm back, y'all. As y'all know, that was my real estate broker. I'm getting ready to move. But anyway, like I said, I think that if you're in a relationship, if you whether you with a woman or a man, I think it's important that you take up for your partner. I think it's important because you shouldn't allow him to be disrespected with your family. Uh, do I think that do that go both ways, whether if you heterosexual or gay? Sure, that should go both ways. If you love have no limits, love have no boundaries. If you love a person, you love a person. You can't help who you love. And you know what? That's what I'm gonna make a video about next. You cannot help who you love. So just keep that in mind that you can't help who you love and you feel like that if he comes or they bite you, they need to bite him because y'all's a team. And if they don't can't accept him coming, then you don't go. As simple as that. Because you'll feel out of place when you get back home. You don't want to spend time with his family, with your family. And he when he go spend time with his family, he take you along. So you don't feel right. You feel like you disrespected him. Do I think you disrespected him? I can't say that you disrespected him because in actuality, you could be just going, even though they wouldn't accept him to come. You could just be going because to keep the drama down. And if he tired that he don't want to go, just so it won't be no mess, that's understandable. But always make sure y'all get that understanding in y'all relationship. Because when you first start in a relationship, it's no guarantee that the family members is going to like your husband or your wife. This has been going on for generations after generations. You know what I'm saying? Special if you married to the son, I'ma just say you need to pray about that. I ain't gonna even talk on that one because sometimes when you marry into a, a family and the son is a mama's baby, especially if that's her only son, you know she gonna have a lot to say. She gonna sometimes, not all families are like that, but some families are. They're gonna have a lot to say. The sisters gonna have a lot to say too, because sometimes they just don't know how to keep their business and they comment and they mouth shut. They don't know how to keep their comments to themselves, and they don't know how to stay out of other people's business. And sometimes when you married into your boyfriend's family, your boyfriend don't know how to put his mama in check. No, he don't. He may not even see what's going on. I was watching this one video where this woman is married to this young man and she fits him dinner. They have a Sunday dinner where she fits a big dinner. The mother called over there just to see what she cooking and say, call her son and say, well, I'm cooking this and I'm cooking that. And instead of him saying, Mama, I'm married now, I can't come over there every Sunday to have dinner with you, he'll pop up, uh, put his clothes on, and go over there, and he'll leave his wife at home. I don't know if the wife didn't want to go. I don't know if the mother-in-law invited the wife. However it went, I just thought it was foul for his mama to do something like that. Because I'm a realistic. I'm gonna tell you how it is. I'm gonna call you out on yours. If you don't like it, you just don't like it. I don't care. But I just think I'm like, oh, and that's why sometimes I think that I don't want to get married because I don't want to have to deal with it. I don't want to have to deal with a mother-in-law is too overprotective and don't know how to cut the umbilical cord when her son is in a relationship. Because I've dealt with that. I would deal with that. And I was in a relationship with my ex for 12 years, and we went through that. And we were supposed to get married. We didn't get married because that same exact reason. I didn't feel like dealing with it, and I wasn't going to deal with it. And if I come to you and talk to you and tell you, I don't like this, and I don't like the way this is heading, and I don't like the way this is going, and you feel offensive because what I'm saying to you, then yeah, we got a problem. It's no use for us getting married. I'm not gonna waste your time walking down the aisle and preparing for a big old wedding, getting ready to pay for a big old wedding and have 200 and some guests, and you're not gonna waste my time. So the best thing we could do is just stay boyfriend or girlfriend until I get tired of you, or we could just move on. More than likely, sometimes it's best to just move on. Because why would you want to stay in something that you really don't want to be committed to? Because the whole thing of you being committed is for you to move on to the next level. But you can't move on to the next level because his mother puts him first. Because he puts his mother first. I don't mean that, y'all. His mother put him first. I'm sorry. I was trying to say, because he put his mother first. He don't put you first. I was just talking about that in the story, which I what happened last Saturday I watched. I think it was Family and Fiance, where the guy applied to be a police officer, but he told his mother, but he didn't tell his fiance. And it wasn't like that he ran and told his mama first and then told his fiance. It was like he told his mama first and didn't tell his fiance at all. And then when he told his fiance that, then when finally told her, because she brought it up at the dinner table because he didn't think she knew nothing about it. And the first thing that he said was when he tried to talk to her was that she always make him feel lesser than a man. And I was like, and the life coach was like, no, you can't turn it off on her. Because you had no intention on telling her. He had passed the test and everything. And all he had to do now was take the written test. So then when the life coach told him, you need to talk to your mother and tell her that it's gonna be some things that you're not gonna be able to come and tell her first. You're gonna have to tell your fiance. The mama felt some type of way and started crying and said she don't accept this because they not uh walked down the aisle yet. They only been going together for a year. That had let you know right then and there that mama was not ready to cut that bill of cord. She wasn't ready. Yes, him and his mama had a special relationship, and then cause she's a twin, his fiance is a twin, and so he said, "I would never stop you from being close to your twin because I know that's something." And then she was like, "I'm not trying to stop you from being close to your mom. I would never do that because I know how that feels." I was just saying, it was the point about it. I come and tell you everything, and he was trying to say that she don't. But brother, she tell you first or she tell you second. She tells you everything, but you didn't tell her at all. And at that point, I don't think he was getting the point. And then y'all, another thing that came into fact was he had a baby outside their relationship, and it was like, was she gonna be able to get along with the baby's mother? But he had full custody of the baby. But I was like, he was like, she was like that, and I was like this too. So yeah, I'm gonna say I was like, yeah, she loved the baby like it was her own. She take care of the baby. And they was also wondering what would happen if you got something to do because you go to work and he go to work because he uh, he's an actor, a aspiring actor, and she does music. And it was like wherever you have to go on the road. And she was trying to tell them because she was talking about five children. They were saying, well, how you would do all of that and keep that in and check. And she was saying to them, it could be worked out. It's a lot of music a musician does it, which is true. She's not lying. It's a lot of musicians that goes out and record their music and go home to their children. Look at Jay and Beyonce. They made it work. You understand what I'm saying? And see, that's why I sit there and say it's not necessarily best to have your family in your relationship. And then the whole point of this show was to ask them for their blessing so they can get married. I wouldn't have asked them nothing. I would have just told them I'm getting married and I would have just invited them to the wedding. If they show, they show. If they don't, they don't. That was just like a previous show that I had watched it with these two gay dudes. I forgot. Did they ever? No, they stayed together. It's just that they decided to wait to get married. So, yeah, I just want y'all to stay focused and stay prayed up. And listen and remember what I said.